भारत माता शिव शक्ति अवतार सच्ची गीता मुरली 4th February 2026 morning class 19th September 1968 Om Namah Shivaya. Cooperative children. Yes, Baba. The father says you have insulted me a lot. Now you tolerate it too. When you remain in the intoxication of this awareness, you will be able to explain to others with happiness. In the path of devotion, one has to stumble for half the cycle to meet God. Then the Father Himself comes and gives the fruit of devotion. He takes everyone to heaven. Om Namah Shivaya. The spiritual father explains to the sweet spiritual children. You have now received the awareness that we belonged to the original eternal deity religion. We used to rule. Children, you have remembered that we were truly the masters of the world. Have you not? There was no other religion. Sweet children have remembered this, right? The soul has knowledge in the intellect, does it not? Truly, we take rebirth starting from the golden age. We completed the cycle of 84. You have remembered the whole tree, right? We alone belonged to the deity religion and then came into Ravan's kingdom. We became unworthy of calling ourselves deities. That is why we considered our religion to be Hindu. No one else's religion changes. For example, the Christian religion of Christians and the Buddhist religion of Buddhists continues. It is in everyone's intellect that Buddha established the religion at such and such time. Hindus do not know about their own religion at all. When did our Hindu religion start? We created it. They say it has been hundreds of thousands of years. Now you have remembered. We, the Sun dynasty and Moon dynasty, ruled for 2500 years. Then we became those of the Merchant and Shudra dynasties. You remembered, right? These are new matters. Only you children have the knowledge of the whole world cycle. This is called knowledge and science. Vignan, although the name is given, the Father explains its meaning, knowledge and yoga, the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end of the Creator and creation, which no one else knows. You now understand that we didn't know either. We were atheists. This has also come into your awareness now. Has it not? In the path of devotion, they say the duration of the Iron Age is hundreds of thousands of years. All of these are tall stories of the path of devotion. These tall stories will continue again. It has come into your awareness, right? This knowledge cannot exist in the golden age. The teacher taught you, you received the kingdom and high status. That's it. Because you also needed a new world to live in. Deities cannot set foot in the old world. So the Father has come to have the old world destroyed and the new world established for you. Now it has come into your awareness that destruction is bound to happen for us. We have been planning, we have been playing this path cycle after cycle. The fathers ask, when did you meet before? You say, Baba, we meet every cycle to claim the kingdom from you. A cycle ago, too, we received the kingdom of unlimited happiness. You have remembered this now, right? That which has come into your awareness should then be simmered on. This is what Baba calls the Swadershan Chakra. Discuss of self realization. The soul has now remembered all matters. We were Sato Pradhan. Every soul has received its own part, has it not? We souls are absolutely tiny and imperishable. The part within is also imperishable. which will continue whatever is predestined is happening. Nothing new can be added or removed from this, nor can anyone attain eternal liberation, moksha. Some ask for liberation, mukti, right? Mukti is different, moksha is different. You have to keep this in your awareness too. When there is awareness, you will bring it into the awareness of others. Your business is this. You have to explain to others what the Father has brought into your awareness. Only then will you be able to claim a high status. You have to make a lot of effort to claim a high status. The main effort is of yoga. This is the pilgrimage of remembrance, which no one except the Father can teach. You study this to change from humans into deities. This is also in your awareness. You will go to the new world again. Its name is the land of immortality. Amarlok. This is the land of death. Mrityulok. Death happens suddenly while sitting. There is no name or trace of death there. The soul is not eaten by any kal, death. It is not a sweet thing to be eaten. The soul itself says, I shed one body and run to another. When there is understanding according to the drama, the soul leaves, nothing happens. Without the drama, the one who has to leave leaves at that time. Karl does not catch anyone. The soul sheds one body and takes another. There is no question of being eaten by Karl. All these are wasteful matters of the path of devotion for which they have made stories. Call is not a thing. Now you children have remembered, right? That is the land of immortality. The body remains free from disease. In the golden age, the lifespan of Bharat was also long. They were yogis. You have now come to know the difference between a yogi and a bhogi. Your lifespan is increasing. The more you stay in yoga, the more your sins will be burnt, and you will also claim a high status. The lifespan is bound to be long. Just as the king and queen shed their bodies after completing their lifespan, it happens the same way for the subjects. But there is a difference in status. So, now you children have remembered the whole world and the cycle of this drama. That is why the Father calls you Swadarshan Chakradhari children. These ornaments are yours. While living in the household, remain pure like a lotus flower. No one except you can become this. Now you remember everything. How many sins you have committed in this birth. That is why Baba says, put all of that before the imperishable surgeon. Then you will become light. As for the sins of birth after birth that are on your head, you have to stay in yoga for that. Sins will be cut only by yoga, and there will also be happiness. By the Father's remembrance alone, we will become Sato Pradhan and become this Lakshmi Narayana. You know that we will become this through remembrance. So, who would not remember? However, this is a battlefield. One has to work hard. There is effort to claim such a high status. This has also come into the children's awareness that we claim the highest on high inheritance from the unlimited Father. You alone claim it cycle after cycle. Many will come to you. They will come and take the great mantra. The meaning of Manmanabhav is consider yourself a soul and remember the Father. This is the great mantra to become a great soul. Those people are not Mahatmas, great souls. Actually, Krishna is called a Mahatma because he is pure. He is not born through corruption. They do not take sannyas repeatedly. The sannyasis here become pure, but they are born through vice. Deities always remain pure. The deities belong to the family path. These ones belong to the path of isolation. Women cannot be knocked around. Even now in the Iron Age, there are defects. They make women sannyasis and take them away. Even then, Bharat is supported by their purity, just as an old house is plastered, right? So it looks like new. These sannyasis also apply a plaster and provide some protection. But the father explains that their religion is distinct. They become pure. Only in the land of Bharat are there so many temples of deities, devotion, etc. This is also a game, the account of which you explain. All of this is needed for the path of devotion, right? They have given so many names to the one Shiva. Temples continue to be built on name after name. There are heaps of temples. So much money is spent, yet the happiness received is temporary. That's it. They spend a lot of money. When idols break, they make them again. There is no need for temples, etc. This has also come into your awareness now that devotion continues for half the cycle. Then, for half the cycle, there is no name of devotion. The Father reminds you so much about this variety tree. If the duration of the Iron Age were just 40,000 years, then the duration of Christians, etc., would also increase a lot. The Father explains that the Christian religion has only this much limit. You know how much time has passed since Christ. Such and such time has passed since so and so established a religion. But when will they go? That is not known. They have made the duration of the cycle long. Now you know that these preparations for destruction are taking place. Theirs is science. Yours is silence. The more you go into silence, the more they will continue to prepare good things for destruction. Day by day, they keep making refined things. You have happiness inside. Baba has come to make the new world for us. So we will not remain in the old world now. It is a wonder, Baba. Baba, it is a wonder that you are establishing heaven. Now you have remembered everything. They do not know the beginning, middle, and end of the Creator and creation at all. You know you are in so much light. Human beings are in immense darkness. There is a difference, is there not? The Sadguru gave the ointment of knowledge, and the darkness of ignorance are destroyed. Those of the path of devotion do not know knowledge. Now you know devotion and you also know knowledge. You have remembered everything about when devotion starts and when it will end. When the Father gives knowledge and when it will be completed. You remember everything. It is number wise. Some have a lot of awareness, some have less. Those who have a lot of awareness will claim a high status. When there is awareness, one can explain to others too. It is a wonderful awareness, is it not? What was in your intellect before? Devotion, chanting, tapasya, going on pilgrimages, bowing your head, the whole forehead wore out. What a difference there is between the awareness of the devotion and the awareness of knowledge. You now know devotion very well too because you have done devotion from the beginning. You know that we performed the devotion of Shiva first of all. Then of the deities, no one else remembers this. You have the awareness of the beginning, middle, and end of the creation of devotion, etc. While performing devotion for half the cycle, you have only come down. Now, mountains of sorrow are to fall. You children have to make effort to destroy your sins through the pilgrimage of remembrance before these mountains of sorrow fall. You explain a lot to everyone. Thousands come to you. You work hard to show the path to the brothers and sisters. The awareness of knowledge and devotion has come. It means you have known the whole creation, number wise according to your efforts. Those who know very well can also explain. It is the children who have to explain. It is sung. Son shows father. The father explains to the children, And the children then explain to other brothers. You explain to souls. This knowledge is completely distinct from devotion. It is also sung that one God comes and gives the fruit to all devotees. All are children of the one Father. The Father says, I take all children to the land of peace and the land of happiness, cycle after cycle. You have this knowledge now. It will not be there. You have become impure. So the Father makes so much effort on you to make you pure. That is why it is sung, I sacrifice myself to you. I surrender to you. To whom? To the Father. Then the Father shows the example of how this one sacrificed himself. Follow this sample. This one then becomes Lakshmi and Narayan. If you want to claim such a high status, you have to sacrifice yourself like this. Wealthy people cannot sacrifice themselves. Here you have to surrender. Swaha, everything. Wealthy people will definitely remember their wealth. It is sung whatever one remembers at the end. What will you do with all this money? No one will take it because everything is to be destroyed. What will I do with it? Everything, including the body, is to be finished. When you die, the world is dead. This wealth, etc., will not remain. However, they have put interesting things in the Garud Purana to scare people. The Father says all these scriptures, etc., belong to the path of devotion. Path of devotion continues for half the cycle. When it is Ravan's kingdom, ask anyone, since when have you been burning Ravan? They will say, from time immemorial. Parampara. Oh, Ravan has not existed from time immemorial. They don't know, so they say from time immemorial. Now you children have remembered when Ravan's kingdom begins. You have received the awareness of the Creator and creation. Now the Father says, remember me alone and your sins will be cut. Continue to give this caution to one another. Even if you go for a walk together, discuss these matters. If your whole group moves around in this pilgrimage of remembrance, your influence of peace will be very great. Priests also go into silence a lot in the memory of Christ. They do not even look anywhere. You can stay in remembrance a lot here. There is no mundane business. The atmosphere is very good. Outside, the atmosphere is very dirty. That is why the ashrams of sannyasis are also far away. Yours is the unlimited sannyas. The old world is gone. It is gone. That this is a graveyard. Then it will become the land of angels, Paristan of gold, diamonds, and jewels. You were the masters of the land of angels. Were you not? You are not that now. The Father says, I come every cycle at the confluence age of the cycle. This whole cycle keeps repeating. At this time, you have everything in your awareness. Since the Father has reminded you, previously there was nothing in the intellect. The Father reminds you of the 84 births of Krishna. When you explain these, devotees get angry because they consider Krishna to be God, do they not? Just as the Father tolerates insults, you also tolerate insults. The Father says, you have insulted me a lot. Now you tolerate it too. When you remain in the intoxication of this awareness, you will be able to explain to others with happiness. It remains in your awareness that you have to look after your home and family. The one Father is the ocean of knowledge. The knowledge of the scriptures is not knowledge. That is devotion. Devotion is distinct. Knowledge is distinct. In the path of devotion, one has to stumble for half the cycle to meet God. Then the Father Himself comes and gives the fruit of devotion. He takes everyone to heaven. You children know that we are going to the land of happiness via the land of peace. Acha, To the sweet, sweet spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the spiritual father and Dada. The spiritual fathers, namaste to the spiritual children. Lots of love and remembrance to my beloved Bab Dada and Mat Pita. Namaste Baba. Om Namah Shivaya. Blessing. May you be a server, Sevadhari. The more you quench the thirst of thirsty souls, the more you yourself will remain a contented soul. You give happiness to others means to remain happy yourself. Just as wealth increases by donating, in the same way to give happiness, peace and power to other souls is not giving but filling yourself. When you have deep love for service, you will do service even while sleeping. Good plans for service will come even in your dreams. Just as there is touching through yoga, the return of deep love is received even in dreams. For you children, the Father is the world. Therefore, what will be in the server children? Baba and service. There is nothing else. Om Namah Shivaya.